Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rychtik TV. Today, we've got another episode of Rychtik's Reviews. I went and saw the Justice League movie a couple of weeks ago, and I've been meaning to do a video about it, but again, moving, new apartment, all that shit. So we're doing 3 videos today. Don't like it? Suck my dick. Okay, so Justice League. There hasn't... This is hard for me, mainly for the fact that I love DC Comics. Always have. They've always been my favorite. And I love the Justice League. I always have. And I wanted to love this movie. I really did. I wanted to love this movie so fucking bad. But I didn't. And that makes me mad. Because it could have been great. It could have been wonderful. And that's what I wanted. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's not a horrible film. Decent movie. Solid. I had a good time. I enjoyed it very much. I just feel like there could have been a better movie there. There are going to be a couple of spoilers, so I'm telling you right now, if you don't want any spoilers for this movie, fuck off my video. Alright then, glad we got that out of the way. So, I feel like this movie was rushed. And not so much rushed through production, I just feel like it could have had a better build. Like what the Avengers did. I hate to compare it to Marvel, but it could have done it that way and been a little better. Do the slow build. Like they did. They took 5 years to make their first crossover movie. And DC isn't far behind. It took 4 years because they started the universe in Man of Steel. But then there was nothing for 3 years. So in 2016 you got Batman vs Superman, and then Suicide Squad, and then Wonder Woman, and then the Justice League. So we got 4 of those movies. We got 3 of those movies that built up to this in within a year. So it feels like it was just too much at once. And again, don't get me wrong. I love superhero movies and I love DC Comics. But I just feel like, why not do the Batman origin movie that we haven't had? I mean, we've had the origin, but why not do the Batman solo film after Superman? And then Batman vs. Superman. And then Wonder Woman. And Aquaman. And Cyborg. And The Flash. Who were all there and had to have quick origin stories within the first 20 minutes of the fucking movie. Let me get attached to these characters. Let me care about what's going on with them. Don't just say, oh, by the way, here's this kid, he's really fast, we're going to use him. Or, hey, there's this guy, he talks to fish. Nice. I like it. And it was just too rushed, it felt like. But again, it was still a good movie. And then, here's the spoilers, you guys. Then in the third act, bringing back Superman from the dead, because he died in Batman vs. Superman. At the end of that, fighting Doomsday, which was a good thing, I felt like. Which I felt should have been saved for Justice League. I feel like they should have fought Doomsday for the Justice League movie, have Superman die there. That would have been a big fucking surprise at the end of the movie that no one would have seen coming. But I don't know what I'm just some guy that's talking on the internet. You know what? I digress. We can do a video later about how I would have booked the DC extended universe. We don't need to talk about that shit today. We can do it better another time. What I'm saying now is it felt like there was too much there, and then a lot of it was reshoots. at least 33% of the movie was reshot because Zack Snyder, the normal director for DC movies, had to stop about halfway to three-quarters of the way through the production because his daughter killed himself, so he had to exit out the movie, him and his wife. Josh Whedon came in and was like, hey, I'm just going to finish it up for you, put the movie out. Well, he didn't just finish it up. He reshot a bunch of stuff. He was given a director's credit. And in order to get a director's credit, you need to direct at least 1/3 of the entire movie. And it just didn't work right at times. Like, a big problem that they had, too, like, and I could see it, was... See, Henry Cavill had to be brought back. They had to do some reshoots, so Henry Cavill came back, Superman. But now he has a mustache and a beard because that's what he needs for a movie he's currently in, and a movie he is in production on. I don't know what movie it's for. So they had to spend $25 million just to use CGI to cover that beard. And I'm like... and then I'm like, and that would have been fine, but I can obviously see it with CGI. Like, there's good CGI. For fucking Christ's sake, look at Rogue One last year. They brought a dude back from the fucking dead and made him a main character, at least a main-ish character in the movie, using entirely CG. And it was fucking good. It was really fucking good. You're going to tell me for $25 million you can't make Henry Cavill's face look decent? Christ almighty. And you know what? With all the reshoots and the editing and shit, it's not Snyder or Whedon's fault. It's Warner Brothers. They're saying, hey, we want this to be a certain way, and it fucks with everything. And it fucks so much shit up. That's why Suicide Squad didn't do good. Because they saw Batman vs. Superman like, oh no, we got a bad Rotten Tomatoes score. Shit on a dick. That's bad. So they're like, okay, we're going to turn Suicide Squad into a comedy in 3 months. So April, May, June, July, August. 5. We're going to turn this movie from a serious movie and then do a bunch of reshoots and re-edit it in 5 months and make a comedy out of it. And the comedy wasn't bad. It wasn't. But it wasn't what the movie was supposed to be, and you could tell at times. And they did the same thing with Batman vs. Superman. They did a bunch of cuts out of there. And it's just... I don't want them to do bad movies. I would love DC to pump out the next 5 movies and then Justice League 2. And I would love to see them just make the best fucking movies of the year. I want to see them put Marvel in their fucking place. Mainly for the fact that they will be competing so hard to make the best movies that we will have the best movies of the decade. Because Marvel's going to try and one-up DC. DC's going to try and one-up Marvel. And they're both going to be making the best fucking movies they can. And that's what I want. The competition between them would be phenomenal. We would see the best comic book stories adapted in movies. We would see the best actors brought in. That's what we need. But again, I digress. Sorry, I'm going on these tirades. I'm going to eat a fucking Cheeto. Suck me. Thank you. 6 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. I fucking hate that it's not that's low. That it's that low. I mean, but it's just some of the interactions in that movie felt cheesy. Batman's funny now. I loved the dark and brooding Batman from Batman vs. Superman. I love the fact that he beat the shit out of people. I mean, at one point he gets thrown by Superman and he just lands on the ground. There's no one around, but he's just like, oh man, something's definitely bleeding. Oh my god, that hurts so fucking bad. And I'm just like, yeah, it's a funny joke, but then it makes you think, like, why is Batman saying shit like this? Like, who's that? Who's he saying that to? There's nobody around. So he's just saying it to say it to be funny. But Batman's not funny. That's the fucking point I'm making. 6.5 out of 10. Please, for the love of fuck, DC, get your shit together. Or Warner Brothers, really. Get your fucking shit together and make better movies. Put Marvel in their fucking place. I've been David Rychtik of Rychtik TV. This has been Rychtik's reviews of Justice League. I'll see you in the next episode.